Hey guys, welcome to my channel. In today's video, I am doing my first fall 2018 DIY. I'm so excited. I thought we should start off with something super beginner friendly. This is really easy and really cheap to do. Mostly everything is from Dollar Tree and I had some supplies on hand. So this was like just a couple dollars to do. This was actually my inspiration though. I saw this at Kirkland's when I did a shop with me and I knew I could dupe it myself. So if you didn't already know, I am co-hosting an open collaboration. It's called the Fall DIY Dupe Challenge, where we are duping more expensive fall decor with a DIY for cheaper. And this is not my challenge video, but this is a really great example of just how easy it is sometimes to dupe something that's in a big box store for little to no money. So if you're interested in that collab, I'll leave the information below. But here's what you're gonna need from Dollar Tree that you may not already have on hand. You're going to want to pick up this pumpkin chalkboard sign, and you can either make this a hanging wall art piece, or if you want to make it a tabletop piece like I did, you are going to want to pick up a picture frame from Dollar Tree. I just chose this one at Dollar Tree because there was no glass, but it doesn't really matter. You can get a glass one if you want, just only get one from Dollar Tree because they're just $1. And then you're also going to want to pick up these galvanized words that are new at Dollar Tree this year. If you can't find these, you can just freehand your words with paint. It's no big deal. And then the last thing you're gonna need is some ribbon. This is the burlap that I always use from Dollar Tree, but I had some really cute Hobby Lobby ribbon on hand. This was $2 on sale, so I thought I should use this because it kind of matches my theme this year. So here are some supplies that you're also gonna need, but you probably already have on hand. You're going to need some hot glue or E6000 or super glue gel. You're gonna need some sanding paper or a sanding sponge. This one is just from Dollar Tree. And then you're going to need 2 colors of paint. I'm using some paint I already had on hand, which is Waverly chalk paint. Yours doesn't have to be chalk paint. But if you do want chalk paint and you don't already have some, these are $1.69 a piece at Walmart. And there is also 50-cent paint at Walmart. It's just acrylic paint. So you could get 2 paints for $1 if you don't already have paint on hand. So let's get into the DIY. I just had to take that clip that was on this picture frame off, and I just used some pliers and wiggled it around and it came off fairly easy. But just be careful if you are doing that so that you don't cut yourself with the metal. And then I'm taking the embellishments off of this pumpkin as well. So the leaf, the raffia, and the twine. And then I'm just going to flip this over on some newspaper and begin painting the backside. I'm painting the backside because it's just a clean, even surface and it'll make our DIY a lot neater and we'll have to use less paint. So I'm doing 2 coats of paint and letting them dry before I do anything else with this pumpkin. And then I'm also going to paint this welcome in my black chalk paint. My inspiration actually said thankful, and thankful was included in this 3-pack of words, but I just wanted mine to say welcome. So once my pumpkin has dried, I'm going to take my sanding sponge or sanding paper and just rough it up. I'm just distressing it and sanding down some areas to make it look a little bit rustic. This sponge is pretty soft, so it won't take off too much paint. So if you want a subtle distressed look, use a sponge, a sanding sponge. If you want something very distressed, use a gritty sandpaper. And now I'm just mixing together my black and white paint to create a gray. No need to get a gray, just mix black and white together. And I am going to take a notebook to use a edge, and I'm just painting a straight line. So I'm using the notebook to create the straight line, and these lines are just to mimic the grooves that you would normally see in a pumpkin. But after I did these, I kind of thought they were a little bit too bold, so I went over them with a little bit of white paint and I actually distressed them a little bit too to kind of tone them down. And I think it turned out a lot better once I did that. So now you're going to want to glue down your word or freehand your word at this point if you don't have these words. And I wouldn't suggest hot glue. It was a mistake for me to use hot glue, but for the purpose of this video, I wanted the glue to dry quick. I would use E6000 or a super glue gel. And once that's down, you're gonna want to glue on your bow. I just created a simple bow with some ribbon. You can use hot glue for this part. Hot glue works really well with like fabric and ribbon, so hot glue was no problem here, and I just glued it right below the stem. And now I'm flipping this over and I'm going to glue this entire picture frame down. If you have a glass picture frame, you can just take the backing that has the kickstand and glue that down. Just pick a picture frame that's smaller than the pumpkin so that it doesn't show. And I'm gluing that down with hot glue, but again, I'd use E6000 or a super glue gel, but you live and you learn. My DIYs are never perfect first try. So that's how you get the kickstand effect, you guys, and you don't really have to paint the back, but I chose to just because I felt like having it look a little more cohesive, and that's really all you have to do to get this look, you guys. I really hope you enjoyed this simple DIY. If you did, give this video a thumbs up. If you decide to recreate this, I'd love it if you would tag me on Instagram. I'll put my Instagram in the description box below, and I hope to see you guys back in my next one. Bye.